Lately I've been staring at the dark. Turn my inner demons into art. Struggle with the pain inside my heart. Wish I didn't care about what they say. What you want to say, what you want to say, what you want to say, what you want. Say what you want to say, 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 what you want. No one.
You gotta get up every morning. Big boss getting richer every minute. Oh no. Big boss, oh no. You gotta get up every morning. Big boss getting richer every minute. Oh no.
morning, good morning. Good morning, traders. How is everybody doing today? I'm back, baby. Little news in the prop firm space. What's up, guys? How are you guys doing? Hope everybody's well. Been a little busy. And then this shit kind of hit the fan here with my prop firm that I was using, so haven't really been trading too much because I couldn't log into the accounts. You can see here. Fast track trading. Rug pull. Not too fast. Should have called it slow track trading. Or scam track trading. Maybe would have been a better name. If any of you guys signed up for this, apologies. These guys were out for 2 years running. Market dip. Yeah, I'll get into the markets, Lev, in a bit. I just want to put this out here that they are saying they are going to offer refunds on active accounts. So I did have an active account. It kind of sucks for me, man, because I grew that account from zero. I was making my way to the 5K profit that I needed. I was halfway there in 3 weeks. So just back to the fucking grind again, Kind of sucks. I'll put in for a refund. It says here you can just email refunds@fasttracktrading.net. And if you had an active account, they say they're going to refund you, but I wouldn't hold my breath on that. The good news is it was only $300, so it's not a huge deal. But still, it's just a bit frustrating, right? You spend this time and effort trying to build up the account, and then just get slapped like that is kind of a kick in the face. A little bit of a kick in the nuts. So I think our plan is going to be to go back to Top Step, I guess, and go through a fucking combine again. I traded at Top Step before, and I've had payouts there before, so I just don't want to promote. I don't want to promote things that I don't know anymore, right? Yeah, it is a shame I didn't get my first. I just grinded for 3 weeks for no reason. You know what I mean? It's just stupid. I'm not even concerned about the $300. It's nothing to me, really. My concern is the time and energy I spent fucking building up that account, right? Like I spent 3 weeks trading it, and I traded it up to like $2,700 or something like that. And I was, over halfway there to a payout, and then no. And then fucking scam. What the fuck, man? That's the worst. At least I know Top Step, and I've traded with them before. When I traded with them before, they had a lot more rules, so maybe it's a little bit better now. They don't have as many rules anymore. Let's go to Top Step. I was checking it out earlier. Yeah, they have one rule. It's just don't one rule. Before you couldn't trade news and stuff, so that's a little bit better. But they do have a combine that you have to go through, so that kind of stupid. So I'm probably gonna do the 100K account here. The reason I like the fast track trading is because there's no monthly fee, so you can you're not in any kind of rush. You can take as long as you want to get to where you're going, right? And that's kind of good for me because I'm not like, you know, I have a lot of other shit going on in my life. Yeah, like, I guess I'll just have to try to focus on this a little bit more. But, you know, $100 a month is still really not that big of a deal. So these are the options here for Top Step. And there is a combine that you have to go through, so you do have to prove yourself first before you move to a funded model. I can't remember exactly what the combine is, but it wasn't. I think it's this. I think you have to hit 6K before you. Yeah, before you're fine. Before you can request any kind of payout. I don't know. We'll do it though. It's fine. Yeah, you know, with Top Step you can do all that stuff. The only reason I don't like Top Step is because of the combine and because of the, you know, because of the you got to sit in this combine. You know, I'm basically a semi-professional trader. To have to fucking sit in a stupid combine is a little ridiculous to me. But it's okay. Yeah, Top Step is for futures. There's a lot of different ones, right? Like there's my funded trading, or my funded futures is another one, and then Top Step. There's Apex also is another big one that a lot of people use. The reason I'm gonna go with Top Step is because I'm gonna partner with them, and I know that these guys have been around the longest. Like they've been around forever. They've literally been around for like 10 years. So. I know they're not gonna fucking rug pull. If they do, I'll never trade prop again. So that's kind of the plan anyway, man. That's kind of the plan. Let me just have a quick look at the markets here. I'm just on my small tiny account here. It kind of sucks. I have to kind of readjust this a little bit. I mean, that's okay. It's stupid. Like now I'm back on Trading View until I get this Top Step figured out. Oh, one more thing. I don't want to continue to promote that, so I better fix that. Mainline trades, affiliate picks. This elite. So I don't know why now those things aren't working. So what happened here? We haven't failed anything yet. ES hasn't failed. NQ barely failed, but they did fail. Not the best though. You know, I think that we could still see a little bit more up here. Bitcoin, they did fail. Missed the short already. Longs down here don't look too bad. If they did dump it. I'd kind of just be looking to long these markets, right? At this point. Let me look at the bigger time frames here. You know, a liquidity grab underneath here looks pretty good. This box, if they do dump it, they're pushing up on the 4 hour, so we'll see if we get a 4 hour continuation down in this internal trend. They could just keep going though, right? This is we're living in a Trump's America now, right? So that means fucking pumping time usually. On here, underneath that. Quite the dirty move up here, man. This was decent though. This would have been a nice short right here. This big expansion, taking out the 15 after making a new high, and then closing the gap up here. Perfect, you know, right here. Targeting below this. That's kind of what I would. That's a J kind of trade, you know, and that's kind of the trades that I look for. Bitcoin. Yeah, let's look at some of the ones you wanted to look at here. Pretty good re-add spot for this guy on the weekly. I took profits. I took some profits on a clear of this. Yeah, right here. Pretty good gap down here too. So if they do dump this a little bit, this is be a pretty good spot to buy it, I would think. For the Trump stock. What do we got here? Bitcoin, BTC, USDT. Okay, Bitcoin. Wow, let's get rid of this. I don't need those. I think BTC is going to much higher than that, man. I think they're going to, you know, they're going way higher. We just had a break. We're breaking the all-time highs there on a wedge out. So like they're gonna go for it. We can do a fib pull from here. You kind of got to use fibs, right? Because we're just at all-time high now. So the fib pull from here, the 618's at 100K. So we're going to 100K is where we're going. Can do a fib from this one down. Yeah, we're going to 89 first stop and then 100K. Yeah, what point's the next retracement? Probably 80. 80 and then come back and touch the top of the range. I would think if you're going by fibs, but around 83 is the 272, right? So, and then after that, we can just let's can these drawings here for a second. So, if you take the big pull, then the next stop is around 80 to 85 in this area, right? They already kind of tested this top. Yeah, they tested that already on the way up. So there's just like the tippy top, and they probably already tested that on a smaller time frame, I'm sure. Let's just clear these out here on the 4 hour. Sync globally. Yeah, they tested that Here, they've already tested it, right? They broke out and they came back and tested it. This one actually tested the bottom, so this is still kind of an untested area. So you know, this is going to be the area to watch for re-ads right here. But honestly, I'd be taking trades here. You know, this is good, decent spot. They're having 4-hour closes now above this, so like you would think that this swing's gonna hold. Like they're having, you know, a lot of action up here. This is a daily close now at this point up there, right? Yeah, these daily closes above here. So you know, once they if they do pull it back, daily closes above this. So if they do pull it back, you know, you would expect this area to hold. So if we're lucky, we'll get it pull back to 70. But you know, who knows? Maybe not. The top of this could hold 72. Yeah, once the retracement comes, yeah. I honestly don't think we're gonna see any. I don't think they're gonna stop the breaks until the 272 up here, right? It's kind of my outlook on that. So just be looking for longs, you know. Not too longs on like some kind of a little retracement. They've already done this one. They took the liquidity here on this. So hopefully they bring it back down to this area. This is going to be a good area for longs. I think that I even think that will hold. I mean, it's worth a try anyway. This is, down here is worth a try for longs. This is it's not tested. Yeah, I'd try it. You know, like that we're talking about this holding here. So this, between this and the bottom of this, is kind of the area that I would be looking for taking longs in this upper range. Long until 80, 84. Yeah, around there, I would say. Yeah, 83 or between 80 and 84. Yeah, and then from there there'll probably be a significant pullback. They might go a little bit higher. You never know. They might blast to like 87 or something like that and then come down. But there should be a little bit of a significant pullback to test the top of this range. Like to test this whole top of this area one more time before, you know, blast off party. It's already blast off party, man. Yeah, we see. I'm sure a lot of people do, man. I'll probably try to take a little short here. They did fail this. This one held. Short on this then. If they do get up here. Right here, yeah. Yeah, right here. They didn't really test that. Can I even take a trade on this account? This account hardly has anything in it. Oh yeah, I can. Try to take a trade there. We'll try it. Just one contract. And a nice NQ contract. I should honestly have a deep deep runner, man, because I can hold this. This is my personal account. Hope for a dump. Yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna. If it goes that high, Lev, I'll be completely out of crypto, like 100% out. I'm gonna start exiting at like even at 80. I'm gonna take another profit target, and then once it gets to like 100, I'll take another one. 110, I'll take another one. My plan is to exit crypto now on this last pump. Let's have a look at some of these other ones you were talking about, yeah? What were they again? MSTR? MSTR? Let's clean this up so we can look at it a little bit better, yeah? Okay, this is the daily. This is just all-time high, yeah? Yeah. This probably has a little bit more to go, honestly. Oops. Yeah. It's not quite like it's stalling at the first the first level, but yeah, I think we're gonna be heading up here to the 2618. That's the main fib from this giant pullback. Man, look at this thing. What a rocket ship. Up here, I think 300. I'd keep an eye on this one if it loses the 4 hour. It did have closes above here, closing above here, 4 hour close above, so still looks okay for higher. But if we start losing this area, then it's definitely concern. You know what I mean? You don't really want to see it below that. If it goes down there, I would be exiting on a retest. Even if it loses this right here, kind of going to be kind of concerning. But this is the main thing to hold. PLTR. Looks like I sold this one way too soon, yeah? Oh, yeah. 69. The number's at 69 still. We're at the first level of resistance here. There's so for this one, I would say because we're at the first level of resistance, and they're not really showing signs of reversal yet, but they had a little bit of pullback, but nothing crazy. So you know the top of this is probably going to get tested, 45. It's a giant gap right here too, right? So I would think that you're going to come back and test that, or at least get close to it, right? So, but it's not that far down. They could go higher first, so I would just kind of hold on to that if you still have it. I got out of mine in this area down here when we failed this. When we failed this here. That's where I sold everything. And then we failed again here. I thought for sure it was going down, but it did not. MSTU. MSTU. Let's have a look. Guys are up pre-market again. Wow, this thing is just on a rip, huh? So made new highs, made new daily highs, and failing it off the highs a little bit. They did have a 4-hour close below here. I'd keep an eye on this one, man. They did have a daily close below this too. So I'd keep an eye on this one. You know, if they start rejecting here, you want to watch like the you want to watch this high, right? Like if they start rejecting the high, they're over it right now. But if they pull it back down and start rejecting there, that's it's a pretty good sign for getting out, you know. To the upside, the next level is at 110. Look at this thing. Holy shit. What a rip. What a rip fest. What was that one? MSTU and then MSTX also, right? MSTX. It's the same kind of chart, right? They did fail this daily back here, so you are gonna want to watch this. Like if you're in this, which I think you are, you're really gonna want to watch these tops, right? If they start failing those tops, and this top here too, same thing. If they start failing the top, then it's like if you see a move like this and then up and then they reject here, you know, it just opens up lower than this. So you know you need to hedge accordingly, I guess. MSTR is a BTC bank. Everybody's so bullish now on crypto because Trump likes crypto. So like Trump is pro crypto, so he can you know, a lot of crypto things are gonna start doing well. We should look at CL and gold too, right? CL. Just clear this off, man. What we got here? Gained, held, gained again, held, gained this daily, kind of rejecting here. They did reject this 4, lost it, came up. They did sweep it though. I still think this is headed higher. Holding a pretty good area. Yeah, I'm heavy in Tesla. Tesla is like 20% of my long-term portfolio. Of like my big money portfolio, I have a ton of money in Tesla. Have for a long time. Tesla. This is where I entered into Tesla. Here. And then I re-added here. So I entered here first. Off of, I'm gonna explain the trade here to you guys. This daily. They gained here. Pretty simple, you know. Came back down, retesting. So I took the trade here. Took PTs here. Not much, just a bit off. And then just re-entered down here. On this. Came down, gained. And then when they came down, I re-entered here. and I haven't taken anything out. I'm not taking anything out of this one. I'm just gonna leave it. This one I'm looking for new highs, and I'm looking for $600. So it double up. It could dip, right? But this is like my long. I don't really day trade this. Once we take out these highs, there's going to be liquidity there, right? So it can dip, but what you want to see is you want to see this hold after they take that out. So we'll see what happens, right? They could go something like this and then down. You really want to see this level hold. So we'll see. Everything's kind of closed off up here, right? Like they've taken the, if you look back, they've taken the liquidity already on most of this shit, right? There's this was liquidity here, right here. They took it here, so there's no liquidity there. There is still liquidity, so that's why they're gaining now, because the liquidity has been taken already, right? And then there is liquidity here, and there is liquidity right here, like right above that. So, you know, there will be a little bit of a pullback for sure. How big? Who knows? But the liquidity pocket right here, where they're at right now, has been taken already. So I would expect them to go higher than 313 first, and then see what happens, right? See how big the liquidity is there from all the people who shorted. All the people who shorted here, right? But then, you know, really, like, this is the last bit of liquidity here. Everything else is taken already, man. There's nothing. All this liquidity is gone already, right? So, you know, this is it. It's this, and then blue skies. I don't imagine anything up here holds. So, you know, and really, the main liquidity was already taken here, right? So I don't think that there's too much liquidity up here anymore. There will be some, but, you know, I imagine the people who are still short here exited here, you know, the big banks or whatever, like the people that are bigger traders. For Tesla, I mean, the time to trade Tesla was way long ago, right? It was back here. I don't really like entering trades when they're like this far gone, right? Just find a different chart. You should be entering trades like here is the time to enter. Like maybe here, you know, on a retest of this. Besides that, like, you don't really want to, because like there's chance for it to come back down. Like you don't know what's going to happen, right? Like what if this really rejects hard and they defend that level and this comes all the way back down here? You don't want to be entering up here, right? You want to wait for it to do the dump, you know, gain something and then enter. It's kind of how I play it anyway. Like you want to wait for like something like this, right, first before entering, not just buy. And once the if it's gonna hold, if it's gonna hold something, if it's gonna hold a level, a lot of times it doesn't give you this setup, you know, on the daily. And usually I just play stocks on the daily. So really, like, if you want to get into Tesla, you want to look for a daily level to hold, or a weekly level. Like, wait for the next weekly pullback. So this is the next weekly. This is the weekly block, right? So you want to wait for that. So here, this is where I'd be looking for entries. If you want to enter at the highs here, stops here. And then if that fails, honestly, you could take another trade right away, right here on this close with stops here. Yeah, that MSTU, man. I don't know, man. Like that thing is pumped so much, and it's paying out crazy dividends too. That's the one you told me that was paying out crazy dividends, right? I don't see how they're going to keep that up for forever. Yeah, sure. If you want to hold it for long term too, I would just start buying. I'd buy this whole area, you know? Just average down. Like, you know, this is I don't really trade this stock like I trade futures, you know? It's a long-term thing for me. Look, I don't even have a stop loss on Tesla. I was just buying. You know, some of the other ones that I was in, like the whole market went crazy, right? Let's have a look through some of these bad boys. Oh my god, man. Really? Still hanging on to this guy. Didn't take any profits on this. Should have. I'm up on this one, but didn't take any profits. I believe this one's just at break even now. Entered here. This one's still in the gutter. This one's doing well. My entry is here. This one failed the weekly too. I really got to get out of some of these. This one failed the weekly on the inside. And this one, I got in this one a little bit. This one's basically at entry. I got in this one in this range here. This one's underwater. CVS underwater. I think I'm actually out of CVS. I can't remember. This one's still looking okay. Caesar Entertainment. Holding this. Gained here. So yeah, I entered in here. So this is doing okay. Dropbox killing it. I'm in on Dropbox right here. Disney killing it. I put in a bunch in Disney down here. Should have probably took more profits on this guy. This could come all the way back down to 17. Hoping this holds. Hoping this holds here. And we well, this one's okay. My entry here. Did take profits on this. Etsy. It's gutter ball for Etsy. I'm not too far down on it though. $10. EW didn't quite get to my target before it fucking fell apart. Still holding on to this guy. I think I'm underwater in this guy. My entry is probably around here. Fizz. This one's doing well. Entries here. Yeah, I believe so. This one's doing fairly well for sure. It's up 50%. Fresh. Looks like they're gonna make a name for themselves. I was in on Fresh. I averaged down a bit. I think I'm in on it somewhere around here. Somewhere in this area here. I started adding to it. This one looks like a pile of garbage. I'm in on this one from back up here. So basically at entry, I bought it off this weekly gain. So we'll see what happens here. I really don't like this one. I'm probably going to get out of it. Lumina, you know, we talked about this one for like half a year, dude. I have quite a bit in this one because I was buying the shit out of this. And we've hit the first area of interest, and the second one's up here. We've already made quite a bit on this one, 50%. INC, again, this one's blasting. It's already hit 2 PTs, so we're in on this one. Like we averaged down, right? So we're in on this one for in this range. 50%. A lot of winners, man. This one's basically at entry, a little bit more than entry. ANC basically at entry. Kim, this one's doing well. Well for a stock, I guess. 30% up. That's pretty good. KMB. I should really look to get out of this one. I should have got out last week, really. Let's hope this pumps. If this pumps, I'll look to get out. CarMax. Came down, held. We're in from back here off this initial. So not up huge on this one. MKT. We're in from the original gain here. So gain this. And then on this retrace we got in. So we're in from here around. Not a huge gainer, but you know, 15% is 15%. Marna fell apart. We took pretty heavy profits on this. We only had about 25% of the position left, but we still have it. So I don't know. We probably broke even on this whole trade. This is going to be getting back into the buy zone here soon because there's an untested level down here. Pretty big one underneath this. So I might just average down on this. Underneath that. Getting close to it. Nem hit our profit target. We're in from way down here on NEM. NEM is kind of in the buy zone here. They've taken the liquidity here. They did lose a weekly, so you know I would kind of expect a pump like this and then kind of a fall apart. So you know I'll probably look to exit the rest of the position here if that happens. Hopefully around 50 bucks, 52 bucks. This one's a dog, kind of in the buy zone at this point. I was in on this from here, so a little bit of a dog. PTLR, I'm already out of this one. Should just take it off the list. SDIG, this one's a dog, but it's showing some signs of life, right? I'm up in this one too. I got in here. I got in around here. So up pretty substantially already, 70%. Sid, basically at entry for that guy. And then look at Warner. I've been talking about Warner for a while, dude. These guys are just taking off. If you're looking for a longer term investment, this is the one, dude. I have a lot in this one too. Like this is the area. They're it's either they're holding this or they're going to zero, right? So like they're gonna hold this. I averaged all the way down. I started buying this here. And I averaged all the way down. Every time I took PTs, I was putting it into this one. So I have quite a bit in this area, some in here, but this one's finally taking off, gaining the weekly. Good sign. So really, I'm looking for this to go back up to this area. VREX, trying to hold this, but it doesn't look very good. And then Tesla's looking great. WULF, these guys. TerraWolf. Yeah, these guys are turning it around. These guys are turning it around for sure. Liquidity gone. Yeah, we'll see. They're at the zone here to fail, right? So we'll see what happens. I'd be more inclined to be looking to buy this on a pullback. I do like the weekly liquidity zone here if they pulled it back that far. All right, are we gonna get an entry here maybe? Let's go. We should look at the ecom calendar here too, right? Have a quick look at it. Nothing much. Something at 10 o'clock. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy today. Just gonna get this a little bit higher. You know what? I don't even want to. Put it there, and that's it. This can really go here, though. See if that plays out. Thanks, brother. A little frustrated from the FTT, but what are you gonna do? You know, I'll get back into the saddle. Kind of stupid, man. Like I used to have fucking huge accounts, right? And then it's just a little deflating, right? Now I have to deal with these fucking prop firms again. You know, kind of brutal. What are you gonna do? At least the villa rental business is booming. It's going swimmingly. And I don't have to do too much there, so I don't have to pay attention to fucking shit. Let's put this on like a proper BTC, BTC, USDT. I'm gonna have I'm gonna get what's it called? Quant Tower back in the mix as soon as I sort out the TradingView accounts. Yeah, I was so stupid with the fast track trading. I was just like logging in and I'm like, what the fuck? I can't log into anything. What's going on? And I checked the website and I'm like, oh, all right, first I checked their Discord and like thanks, man. I checked their Discord first for fast track. And then it was like, let me just pull it up here. I don't even know if I'm still part of their server or what. Yeah, I went to their Discord and it was like, oh no, all the channels are gone. This note wasn't even here. It was just everything was gone before. And I was like, oh no. And then I went to their affiliate page. The affiliate page didn't work. And I was like, oh no. What happened? No. Yeah, fucking rug pull. Been a while since I've been part of a classic rug pull. Reminds me of like the crypto days back at the start of crypto days. Yeah, fuck. I barely even read it. I just skimmed it. Get a life, bud. You know, if I see that guy, I'll spit in his face. I swear to God, waste my time like that. Like, what a waste of time. 2 months down the drain, wasted. You know, brutal. Cry me a fucking river. Your stupid shit, mismanagement, you know, the whole 9 yards. It's the time that more than anything else. I didn't even care about the money, really. It's the amount of time that was sunk into that was you know, not the most ideal. Yeah. Time is very precious to me at this point. So for me to waste like a month and a half on that bullshit is not cool, you know. Not the coolest, bro. Yeah, they just ran out of money, right? They had too many good traders. Too many good traders and not enough people failing accounts, you know. They had people trading 20 accounts, man. 20 accounts and like good proper traders. So like they had people trading 20 accounts and like doing requests for like, you know, 50 grand and, you know, 80 grand and shit. Yeah, I should have known it. Like the writing was on the wall. After you know, before they had it where you could flip days, so they didn't have like a maximum number that you needed to hit for the day for it to count as a day. So people were like hitting the target in like a couple days, and then just flipping, right, and just making negative $5 or whatever on 3 days straight, and then requesting payout because they hit their payout in the first 3 days, and they were just like YOLOing it, you know. Oh well, what are you gonna do? I mean, I can do it with Top Step. I you know, I looked over the rules today, and I actually like how they there used to be rules that you couldn't trade during news times, and they've lifted those rules, so it's, you know, that's pretty good. And then their consistency is a lot better too. It's 50%, so their consistency is way better than the straight to funded account. So I don't know, I'm just gonna go through the Columbine and just do it like I did before. At least I know those guys are not going anywhere because they've been around literally forever. They've been around for 10 years. Well, we got market open in about an hour. You see how late it is here, though, man? It's 9:30 at night already here. Like, I can really only make it to market open, and then that's kind of it, you know? I can't make it much past that. I think it's like at certain times of the year, the time shifts back in the US. Does New York have like daylight savings or something like that? I know in Canada they have it. Maybe that's why. Look at a couple other things here. M6E. It's 5:30 in LA. Yeah, that's fucking early, dude. You got the reverse problem that I have. These guys did gain a 4-hour here, and they're retesting it now after failing this. So this might be a decent spot to buy this. Let me just look at Dixie. Dixie, it's kind of nice being on this account because I can. Dixie does look like they're gonna keep it hot here. They did take liquidity and pump the shit out of it, right? M6E. MSTR. I mean, this thing looks topish too, right? This is at all-time high, so you never really know what's gonna happen. Just keep an eye on the 4-hour. So, you know, this still kind of looks like it's going higher. it had a 4-hour close above. So when it has 4-hour closes above like that, usually it's going to make a new high. If this candle had a big wick, this blue one that closed above, if it had a big wick down and closed down here, then I would say, yeah, this probably looks like it's at least going to test down here and see what happens. So this one actually looks like it's going a bit higher. PTLR, PLTR, LTR. This thing hasn't lost anything really yet either, right? Yeah, this thing doesn't look like it's stopping yet either. Doesn't really look toppy. Just like it's just at a zone where it can reject. So, you know, it failed the 15. That's like nothing. It didn't even fail it. It held it. So, you know, you need to wait for at least something to fail, right? The hourly didn't even fail. So they didn't even fail the hourly yet. So, you know, 100% I'd be waiting at least until this zone fails, and then maybe a trip back down to here. Something like that. Oh, am I gonna miss this trade? Come on, guys. Whatever pullback we get to is like, I'm sure it will be bought up like fucking gangbusters in any market. Whatever pullback they give, I am sure every market will buy it up like in the US like gangbusters. Because everybody knows, man, that, you know, we're living in a Trump fucking America now. So it's that should be good for the markets, right? Yeah, exactly. Any pullback, I think, is just going to be bought up like crazy, dude. Kind of sucks that I'm missing this trade. Yeah, it's gonna be good for my long-term portfolio. I'm gonna have to adjust some things in there. Maybe I'll look at that today. I'll just axe some of these losers and move some money around. I think I'm gonna be putting more money into this actually, even though this is pumped. But I really think that this one is just like, I think we're gonna see a double up from here. Warner Brothers. I put in a bunch right here, man. Like a whole bunch. Yeah, I really think that, because like this is, you know, look at this. This is like tits perfect. They tested this perfectly. You know, you can't get any much more perfect than that. And then now they're gaining on this side. This is the absolute last part to test, right? Any lower than that would have been like, we're going to zero. So like, you know, I can't see this not going back up and testing this zone. $20. Yeah, this and this. It might take a year, but you know, it's going to be a double up from here. This isn't like a it's not very often where you get to make a double up in a blue chip stock, you know what I mean? Disney was another one that I put quite a bit into. Disney's, you know, this was like really good, like long-term area for Disney, right? You know, right here. So it's, you know, not very often you get these opportunities where you can dump some long-term investment into like some stocks and just like not worry about it for half a year and then come back and double your money, you know what I mean? And they're blue chips. So like, it was the worst that's gonna happen. It's just gonna be like on Disney, what's the worst that's gonna happen? It's gonna bounce around here for a while. You know, that's not that bad of big of a deal. Up if it goes 20% up from here. Sure, dude. MSTY. Oops. I wish there was more data back here. Just gain the weekly now. So these guys held here. Even though they took the liquidity, they still held. So this should make higher highs than that. And then there's a big gap close here. So I would imagine this gap close they try to shoot for that. This previous, I would imagine there, right here. Yeah, I would imagine there for Misty. PLTY. Jesus, like what is this thing? This thing's just, there's not too much to chart here, right? Is this the right chart? It's just not too much to look at here. But I would, you know, if they come back to this, I guess. But I would probably just steer clear of this because it's TSLY. SLY. Yeah, if you're taking the dividends into consideration, that's a different thing too. I just look at the charts, yeah. Even on these, they still play, right? Like right here, they came down, made a daily gain, came back down, held the previous, and then pumped, right? And they pumped it right into the, you know, where they failed it. This is the weekly failure here, right? So they pumped it right into that. So it still works, and even on like a broken ass chart like this, they have gained this now. This daily. Just look at the weekly here on this guy. Oops. Yeah. So coming into a pretty big resistance zone here on the weekly. So, you know, it's going to be, you know, there's some serious work to be done here. You got the weekly swing. You got this weekly failure to gain right here. So, like, you know, there's a lot of business right here for them to get over. You also got the weekly move that made this swing high, though this weekly move has already been tested once. So that, yeah, for sure. These guys already, for here too, these guys already gained a weekly, right? So, you know, when charts, when they coming into a big level, right, on a chart, like when they're trying to turn it around, you'll see them try to turn it around. So like if this is the level on the chart, you'll see them try to, they might gain something, then they may not. Then they may gain something again, and then they may not, right? As they come into the level, they gain sometimes, and then sometimes they sweep it out and they gain, you know? It's like kind of like pumping the brakes. It's kind of how it works until they're ready to turn it around, and then they just blast it. It might take like 1 or 2 times first before they actually gain it and go. The trick is you need to play all those every time it happens, because you don't know when it's going to happen. You just need to play it when it happens, and then, you know, use proper risk management. Really getting a bit tired already. Oh, I can't believe I gotta open a Top Step account again, man. I was trading Top Step when I don't know, maybe like 5 years ago. I thought I was done with that. Yeah, it's the price you pay for living in paradise, I guess, and being a trader. What can you do, man? I can look at other markets, but honestly, it's the main markets are the US markets, right? The main markets are like, you know, the S&P 500 and the NQ. You need to trade those markets. If you're a trader, really. it's going to be the same kind of strat, man, because they, you know, you can't let your trades run, right? So you know, you're in and out of trades. Trades need to be closed before the end of the day. The fee for Top Step is like $100 a month. So you need to pay $100 a month just to have it. But you know, that's not that bad because you don't pay for data or anything, right? So it's not that bad. And honestly, like I looked through the rules, it's not as bad. The only rule is it's even $40 a month, 49 if you want to do the 50K account. Even the 50K account's not too bad. $2,000 down draw. I might even just do the 50K account. Just need to make $3,000. Can do that. I almost had that at the other one. Only took me a month and a half. I don't know exactly. One-time fee, one-time activation fee. So once you pass, you have to pay another $149. These ones are like proper accounts, right? Like they put you in a combine, you're playing with funny money, but as soon as you pass, they move you to a live account. And then it's just like with real money. Five contracts. It's more than enough. I think I'm just going to do the 50K one. I don't like this $2,000 loss limit, but that's not too bad. I can actually be able to contain that. I just got to be a little bit more stingy with my entries. Not bad. Yeah, they never had this thing here before, one rule. They used to have lots of rules, you know. They used to be like, you couldn't trade during FOMC day, you couldn't trade during, you know, you couldn't trade within 10 minutes of oil news, you couldn't trade, you know, you weren't allowed to trade, but a lot of times. And like there was a lot of like bullshit about getting paid. One time I got denied funding because I had one trade within like 5 minutes of news or something. You know me, I barely even pay attention to the fucking news. These guys just have five winning days. I think they do crypto transfers too. So I'll have to look at it. I haven't set it up yet, but yeah, I'm probably just going to do this one just to start. We'll go from there. Just make 3K, that's it. Easy. All right, man, let's get an entry and let's get some money here. Trading stocks, ETFs. There is a couple. The one that was kind of interesting that I saw was Darwin. Darwin was a good one. Darwin X. But these guys, they take 50% of your profits. So that's not the greatest. But with these ones, with this guy, these guys, you can let your shit run, right? You can trade CFDs, you can trade all kinds of things. So you can trade currencies, indices, commodities, CFDs, stocks, ETFs. But these guys take 50%. You can trade futures on here too. And there is like some kind of combine too that you need to go through also. I haven't done too much research on these guys, so you know, take whatever they're doing at your own risk or whatever. I think there is a monthly fee to pay too. It's $43 a month. If you pay it longer, you can. Here's the stock ones. They've been around for. They haven't been around for like huge long, but they've been around for a little while. 2 years, I think. It's the problem with this shit, right? Like you don't like. Are you serious? You want me to give you 3 years worth of payments to get a deal? Yeah, right. Sure. You know. But you know, with ones like that, you can take long-term positions, right? So it's a little bit different. Like you could take long-term positions in stocks, and you could take long-term positions even in futures, and you can let it ride. You can trade CFDs, so you could really let your trades like run for a while. You know, if we were in a position like COVID or something where you knew for sure the market's going to rebound. Yeah, you'll have to do the research, Lev. I don't know too much about it, but I know you can let your shit run, and you can let your shit go for a while. Like you can just have the good part about them is for their drawdown, they don't have a drawdown, so you know you can just let your whatever go. For a while. I don't know. I think prop firms are better done not long term and just, you know, quick in and outs. Just take big trades. Like honestly, you're better off just like, even if you blow up the account a couple times, you're probably better off just trying to hit it hard and like making money right out of the gate. Like trading like the big accounts and making like, you know, trading the big boy contracts and like just trying to get some winners right out of the gate. And then if you fail, oh well, fork out another $49 for a restart. That might be what I do for this stuff, you know. Because you know you can trade NQ. You can trade NQ, the big contract, and make like in one little trade from here to here, you can make like $1,000 or $1,500, even more. Swing trade would be nice that you don't have to You don't have to look at it all the time. You know, you can just check in every once in a while, see how your see how your things are doing. But like to make so little, I don't know if it's worth the trouble. Probably better off just trading FX or FX or futures. So $2,000 drawdown, yeah. So how many stops can I have? Stops would need to be like, you know, $200 stops. I think would be like what you'd want to shoot for. $2,000 times point divided by 200. Yeah, like I said, I don't know too much about it, Lev, about the Darwin one. I just read a little bit about it the other day. What's the question, brother? Yeah, man, there's lots that do it. Are you in the States? Do you have a problem? Like I don't know, the one that I use is Bybit is my go-to, but if you're in the States, you won't be able to use it. But you can use one that doesn't do KYC. I partnered with one that was half decent. These guys are yeah. I don't blame you. This Apex one. So this Apex one, you just connect your wallet. You use MetaMask. And then you can trade whatever you want, man. They have perpetual, and you can trade. They have lots of products here, man, where you can trade. You can trade with leverage. You can trade up to 100 times leverage if you want. So if you're in the States, you're gonna have a problem with KYC. I would recommend something that one of these guys. These guys are good because this is a DEX. It's not like an exchange, so you don't have to worry about it going down. even when your money's on the exchange, it's in a contract to yourself, so that you own the contract all the time, so you can always get your money out. So, and these guys have a lot of liquidity, you know, pretty good, and the platform's pretty good, so I would look at them. The referral links in the Discord. Bybit is these guys are like sister company to Bybit. There's people that worked at Bybit that started this DEX. If you can trade Bybit, I would trade Bybit. The leverage is applying for a margin account. I don't understand what you mean. Like the leverage just goes on your you know, you can just apply it to whatever's in your account. You want to go for Apex Omni is the one. They have two. Use the Apex Omni one. That's what their people told me anyway. They said the other one's gonna not exist soon. But you know, pretty good. Like I did trade on here for a little while just to test it out. But it's very, very similar to Bybit. Yeah, it's super easy. So you want to get a MetaMask wallet. This. See, go here. Go here. Download this for Chrome. I even have the Chrome extension, so my wallet's just here all the time, right? So I have money on there, and then I have money on on exchanges and in hard wallets. And then once you have this, then when you're on the site, you can connect. See, it just automatically connects to your wallet, and you can deposit from there. Yeah, more leverage just gives you, you know, it gives you it lets you put more into the trade, right? Wherever the stop is determines the leverage usually, right? Yeah, it's a perpetual futures contract basically is what you're trading. Couple things you want to do too when you're trading this stuff. You want to make sure to always have this post only when you're entering your trades. Trading crypto is expensive, yeah, so like when you never want to market smash in. When you market smash in, it's very expensive to trade. I can't remember what the percentage is, but it's pricey. So you always want to have post only because that's the cheapest way to enter the trade when you're putting in your limit orders. And then that's kind of it. And then reduce only when you want to exit. When you want to put in your orders for exiting. Guess I have to swap it to USD first before I can put it in here. Yeah, you don't want to trade crypto on there's two types of exchanges, right, for crypto. There's trading exchanges like BitMEX and Binance and Bybit, and then there's fiat gateways exchanges like Coinbase, and wherever you're at in the world has different ones, right? Like here there's one called Indodax. And you never want to trade on the only trade that you make at the fiat gateway is turning your fiat into crypto and then moving the crypto into a wallet or into an exchange that has better fees, because all the fiat gateways have shit fees. They're very expensive usually. So if you're going to be making a lot of trades, you want to make sure you look into where you can trade for half decent price. Depends what kind of trading you want to do too, right, Lev? If you're just like buying and holding some crypto, but if you want to actually like day trade it and like do some leverage trading, you're going to be taking trades, because sometimes doing leverage trading, it takes you 5 times to get into a decent position. Even if you're going to let it run, it takes you sometimes, because you're entering in on a 15-minute chart. So sometimes 15-minute gives you false signals, right? All right, man. Could this be the entry that I'm looking for? Maybe. A nice little 15-minute pump and then a dump. Would be cool, man, if that happened. But trading on fiat gateways is very, very expensive. Never do it. Only to enter your position. Like only to buy like whatever the cheapest coin is to transfer around. Usually it's Binance token on the Binance chain. That's usually how I move money around. Or like USDT on the Binance chain. Okay, we got about 15 minutes until the open. Hopefully we can get a little entry here and start the long climb. All right, I'll be right back. All right. Is this entry gonna happen? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. Man, where is everybody? Everybody just stopped coming to the stream. Probably because I haven't streamed. This is what happens. You stop streaming, no one comes back. All right, we're getting close here. Getting a little close here. Okay, 7 minutes to open. I'm probably just gonna wait until the open here. See if we get filled. And then probably call it. Bit tired. And then I guess I'll look at setting up Top Step tomorrow. and we'll start the road to getting funded on Top Step, and get off of using TradingView, because I can't use TradingView anymore. It's the worst. Still a bit bitter, you know what I mean? $2,500 in an account and then they just pull the rug. Come on, guys. All right, man. Market open in 4 minutes. Looks like they are gonna pump this, and maybe we'll get an entry. Let's see. They're trying to pump it. This might be a kind of a nothing day here today. A lot of movement already in the markets the last few days, you know. Okay, ES makes new local high. Really, I could even take an ES trade right here. But the ES, they didn't really fail, so that's why I'm not taking it on ES. You know, these guys just kind of held. So I don't really like the trade here. These guys failed. Yeah, maybe a short break before Santa. We ordered all our Christmas decorations today. On the way here. Christmas in paradise. All I want for Christmas is to pass my combine in Top Step. Yeah, I was thinking about this little gap right here, but because they didn't fail this looks like it's going higher. These guys did fail, so we'll take it on here. This is the open. Just gonna push in on that. Maybe I'll get one more. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's have a little profitable trade here. Tesla, I would say. Tesla is my pick for long term too, for sure. But I could be wrong, man. I was in PLTR from $16 and I sold it way too early. I don't think you can go wrong with Tesla if you're gonna load up. I think it's gonna have a banger year next year. Hey, we're gonna take one more. Probably gonna get stopped out of this. Should really have like some deeper ones here, so I can hold this. Yeah, you could be right, man. Yeah, so when it's long-term stuff, I really like to pick like the big blue chip ones. Like Disney or like Tesla is a good one. Or, you know, like Warner Brothers is another really good one to just dump money in there, not worry about it, just not look at it for a while. This isn't looking the greatest. I would like to see a little bit more of a rejection here. Probably gonna get stopped out on this. Still alive. They're trying to reject it here. A little bit. They're trying to hold this top range now. Kind of want to see them lose that. And they're holding it. I believe there was some some news coming at 10. Yeah, at 10 o'clock. So in like 20 minutes, some news. Bit of news. They really look like they just want to break out at this point and go higher, though. See how this 15 minute stick closes. Might close off this trade, really. I mean, it's a little bit of a rejection here. Let's just give her a minute here. Even these guys, they're not closing above here, right? Kind of want to see them close above there, right? For this to actually be something that's going to happen. See what happens in 1 minute and 45 seconds. Yeah, I'm going to take one off here. Maybe two, and just keep one runner. That's it. There's the trade for today, boys. Pretty decent little rejection off the top there. $40 profit, 107 if I closed it all right now. I think I will, and just have a nice welcome back. let's close it, boys. Okay, that's it. That's it. We're out. We're out, man. $114 profit. And that's the show for today, boys. Decent little rejection. Looking at the trade now, I pushed a little early, so I pushed here. I did add positions here, so it was good. Really, I should be holding one until down here, right? But I just wanted to have a nice $114 day to make up for half of my fast track trading fiasco. So I'll probably leave it at that. What I'll do is I'll probably look at getting a fast, or I'll look at getting Top Step affiliated, and then we're gonna go to town on Top Step. I'll try to do that this weekend. And then it'll just be like, you know, just taking proper trades on Top Step. You need to be super proper all the time because the drawdown is so small. It only has a 2,000 drawdown. On the other account, I had 7,500 drawdown. So like I could fuck around a little bit, you know. But on Top Step, you can only have it only has 2,000, so it's not very much. But yeah, I guess we'll figure it out. Just try to do with like $100 stops or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, this trade worked out pretty good for, you know, you can't complain when you have perfect entry. Really, I should be holding one until down here. So if I were to do that again, I would hold one here and I would not have pushed. This was what I was looking at. I was looking at this for the entry. Above this is a fair value gap. And we lost this, right? So losing this and creating a fair value gap there, almost always you're going to have a reaction, right? Almost always. So that's why we enter trades here, and then, you know, taking first profit here. Really, I should have held more, but it looks like it's looking like it wants to gain, right? So that's why I just said, fucking, let's just take profits. And really, this is like the main target that you should be having on a trade like this, because you're anticipating a move here, and then from there, you know, take some liquidity down here and then see what happens. Not bad, not the worst. I've made worse trades in my life, that's for sure. Cool. All right, boys. So thank you all for stopping in. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you, Lev. And yeah, we'll be back to regular scheduled program on Monday. Over the weekend, I'll look at getting the Top Step all set up, and maybe we'll start a YouTube video or a YouTube series that's you know, going through the prop firm, and then getting funded, and then also getting, like, the next step after I get funded is going to be getting more accounts, right? So I'm not just going to have one. I'll probably have as many as they'll give me. So we'll do that too, and we'll record the whole process, I guess. All right. Cheers, boys.